Hey everyone, welcome to my second video ever. So this one's gonna be super awkward too. I am headed out to my local Costco to meet up with someone from Facebook Marketplace to sell some product. I posted 3 boxes of Terrasto Festival for sale, and I've been talking with them all day, and I'm headed out to get them. I've been thinking a lot about my revenue streams and where I've made the most amount of money for the business, and you know, I've got TCG Player, I've got eBay, I've got my own personal website, but right now for me, I've actually made the most money from Facebook Marketplace, from posting the boxes and listing them, and knowing that the transactions are going to mostly be one-to-one and in cash or Venmo. It allows me a little bit of wiggle room to give people discounts. I know a lot of people really like the haggling and the process of getting a good deal, and you know, I'm able to list at a good deal and list my products at a fair rate so that everyone's happy. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. You know, I'd love to go out and be able to sell boxes and make $40 or $50 a transaction, or $40 or $50 a sale, but realistically, business is built on lots of little transactions. The trading card market does not have very big margins, and you know, we're operating with trying to make as much money as we can through imports and tariffs and taxes and fees and everything else. And so being able to meet with the community, to grow that relationship, to work with people, that's been one of the highlights of this business. And I'm looking forward to being able to meet this person and give them the cards. I really hope that they show me their hits. That's also been a really fun aspect of meeting people from Facebook, is I've have an ongoing conversation with them, and I've had plenty of people who bought Mega Dream from me, the high class set from Japan that's not out yet in the United States. And I've had at least 3 people reach back out to me and say, hey, I've pulled the Gengar SAR, and it's so exciting for me to be able to say, hey, I was a part of that. I was able to provide for them. And I love that. I feel like, oh yeah, I could have ripped open these boxes, I could have gotten those too, but I'm not in business to rip open the boxes. I'm here to have the opportunity to grow something more, to help others find the success through Poke Success. And so we're meeting up here in just a few minutes. All right, we just finished meeting up with Jim, who bought 3 boxes of Terrasto Festival from me. Pretty nice guy. Pretty quick transaction as well. He did haggle the price a little bit, but we were able to come to an agreement pretty quickly. He asked me about if I was a collector or not, and that, you know, that's a good question. You know, how do you hold that side of the hobby while also being a business owner? And I told him, like, you know, it's really hard trying to find that balance, because, you know, when you're sitting there with a box of brand new sealed booster boxes, you know, the temptation is always there to open them up and find the hits and just enjoy that dopamine rush. But I told him that, you know, if I can keep it sealed, they don't belong to me. If they're opened up, then it's that much more of a temptation. But I don't know. I love being able to provide the boxes. The look on his face, he is all smiles when he's buying the boxes, and you know, I'd be able to wish him luck and say, hey, I hope you hit that Moonbragon, and you know, get the high value cards. And it's so much fun to be able to partake in this. So what I was saying was, you know, the TCG Pokemon businesses, you know, they're not made on giant fat margins. They're made on, you know, they're super slim. You know, I've seen as small as 1% to 2% profit. You know, when it's super high demand, 20% profit for a day. When I did Mega Dream, I special ordered the day of release in Japan and got them here to the United States as quickly as possible. And I was one of the first sellers in my area to have boxes in hand. and to be able to provide those. And I was able to sell those because there was such a high demand for them. They were released, it was released on a Thursday. I had it shipped to me on Friday, and it was at my doorstep Monday morning. So I was able to get them really quickly, and I had them posted for sale that same day. But you know, that very first day I was able to make $20 or $30 a box based off of what I had to spend. But as more people in the area got their boxes, as more people were able to get their shipments in, that margin went from $20 of profit a box down to about 10, down to 5. I had one person asking me if I could sell them at, you know, a loss because, you know, prices are dropping every single day. Well, as of right now, the end of December, prices for Mega Dream have more or less stabilized out to a pretty stable amount of about 5% of profit available after taxes, tariffs, and everything else has been paid. And so, you know, with those being a pretty high demand product, I'm still providing those. In fact, I just sold out of 4 of them yesterday. And so, you know, there's the business is not made with one huge transactions. It's line upon line, it's layer upon layer, it's $5 profit every single time. And the most important part is to not take profits out. You know, when your business is young, when your business is in infancy, and this applies to any business, not just trading cards. When the business is new, you need to nurture that business as if it's a baby. It needs a lot of extra care and time and attention until it can be self-sustainable. You know, don't take profits out. Don't start pulling money out of the business because every dollar counts. You got to make sure that, you know, that $5 that you just earned goes right back into the business. You know, you take a box, you buy it for $75, you sell it for $100, you make $25, but half of that goes to taxes and tariffs. And so that remaining $12 and a third of that goes to taxes. So of that $25 of quote unquote profit you just made, realistically, you just made $8, maybe $7. But you do that, and you do that enough times. You know, sell 10 of those boxes, and now you've got $70. And that's enough to buy one more box. And now you're selling 2 boxes, and now you're selling 3 boxes, and it compounds. You got to make sure that you're getting you put in the work, you're not spending the money, and that you are doing the good that the business needs in order to let the business do good. Hey, I should put that on a shirt or something. Anyway, I just want to share my thoughts for today. Again, this is video number 2. It's going to be rambly. It's going to be awkward. But, you know, this is who I am. I'm a rambly, awkward dude. So I hope you, if you like this, you know, don't forget to comment, subscribe. You know, website is poke6s.com. POKE6s.com. And yeah, go buy my stuff. Please go take a look at my website. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me what you would be interested in, and I'll and we'll go from there. Thanks. I'll catch you in the next one.